Welcome back to Nuber Math, in which we apply color to either identify or sequence within math, always providing students with the opportunity to solve independently and check their work at the end of the video. This is another full-length special presentation for my Math 1 3.1 review crew. Okay, you guys were working on solving equations. We will go through some steps in the sequence, okay? We have what I like to refer to as the pregame, just setting up the solve, in which you will either distribute, multiply all by denominator, and or combine like terms. Then we can let the game of inverse operations begin. Inverse just meaning the opposite. Okay, let's kick it off. We have single step equations. Divide by coefficient of variable. Okay, now the variable is x. The coefficient is -4. When we read -4x, that is equal to -4 times x. Oh, whoa, multiplication. What is the opposite? Yes, it is division. So we will divide by -4. What you do to one side of the equation, let's jump over our dashed line, or as Miss M likes to call it, the river, to the other side of the equation, and we will also divide by -4. And just like in math, when we set up a fraction like this, it just means division anyways. So I just want you to build that comfortability with it, okay? -4 divided by -4 is 1. Bring down your x. How many x do we see? Just 1. So we don't need to write the 1 in front of it. Okay, bring down your equal sign. 32 divided by -4 is, yes, wonderful, -8. Circle your answer. At this brief moment, feel free to pause the video, okay? Write down this equation here. Write down this equation here if you would like to practice these, okay? Two-step equations. Move the constant, then divide. Okay, we have 7x minus 15 equals 13. All right, on the right side of the river here, we have 13 by itself. Constant is just a number that stands alone, or is just a number that does not have a variable, also like this -15. However, on the same side of the river is 7x. Okay, so when we have 7x minus 15 on one side and that on the other, the constant of 13, we need to isolate the 7x. And in order to do so, we need to get rid of the -15. All right, so we will just do the opposite of what it's telling us to do. And we will add 15. But again, what we do to one side of the river, yes, we do to the other. Go ahead and draw your line. Your 7x just comes straight down. I might not draw the arrow every time, but just know that's all you do with it, okay? If you owed me $15, you paid me back $15, boom, you don't owe anything. Okay, so we've eliminated it, isolating it, by itself on the left side of the river. When we do 13 plus 15, we get 28, and then we divide by the coefficient of the variable. In this case, it is 7. What we do to one side, we do to the other. X equals 28 divided by 7 is 4. Circle your answer. Moving forward, two-step equations, move the variable divide. So in the other one, we moved the constant. Okay, opposite sides here. Left side, we have the variable with its coefficient of 8x on the left side of the river. And on the other side, we have 24 plus 2x. Okay, so we need to get this constant isolated because we have the variable with the coefficient isolated on this side, okay? So in order to do so, we need to get rid of that positive 2x right there. We will move the variable and its coefficient. We will subtract 2x since we are playing now a game of opposites. Okay, we will draw our line. 8x minus 2x will give us 6x equals. Bring down your 24, 2x minus 2x. Go ahead. And yes, you are correct. We will divide each side by, yes, thank you, 6, giving us x equals 4. Go ahead and circle your answer. At this time, I will ask you to pause the video. Feel free to write down this equation and this as well. All right, we will move forward with the three-step equations. We will distribute, we will move the constant, and then we will divide. Okay, when we distribute, we notice that there's parentheses. And when there is parentheses, we need to multiply. Okay, so this -3, the number in front of the parentheses, this -3 gets distributed to both terms inside, which is 6x plus 8. So we will do, let me get my pink out, negative 3 times 6x, which is negative 18x, negative 3 times 8 is negative 24, so minus 24. Bring down your equals, bring down your 66. Okay, now we will move the constant. Well, we have a constant isolated on this side of the river, and on the other side, we have negative 24 hanging out with negative 18x. We need to get that negative 18x alone, so we will move the negative 24 by adding 24, not just to one side, but yes, wonderful job, both sides of the river. Bring down your negative 18x. Those will cancel. Bring down your equals. 66 plus 24 is 90. Yes, we do divide. Thank you, because we have an isolated negative 18x on one side and a constant of 90 on the other. So we will divide by negative 18 and negative 18, giving us x equals negative 5. Circle your answer. All right. Moving forward to the next three-step equation, we will combine like terms, move the constant, and divide. Okay, so let's take a look. Again, we have two sides of the river. We have 6 minus 14x plus 9x on the left side of the river equals 31. So this 31's by itself. There's nothing to combine. However, let's take a look if there's any similarities between some of these terms. Well, 6 is just a constant or a number. Ooh, negative 14 is a variable, and plus 9 has a variable. So we can't combine the 6, but those variables are the same. It's just x. So what we can do, if you'd like, circle your negative 14x, circle your plus 9x. Those are the two terms that we need to combine, okay? Your 6, let's just set it off right here, okay? In your calculator, do negative 14 plus 9. It will give you an answer of negative 5. Don't forget your x. Bring down your equals. Bring down your 31. Wonderful. Okay, so we need to isolate this negative 5x here. How do we do so? Well, we have to get rid of this positive 6. So instead of that plus 6, again, the opposite, we will subtract 6. What we do to one side of the equation, we, yes, do to the other. 6 minus 6, get rid of. That negative 5x, just bring it straight down. Bring down your equal sign. 31 minus 6 is wonderful, 25. And again, we just divide. Okay, what are we dividing by? Wonderful job, negative 5. Thank you so much. Negative 5 divided by negative 5 is 1, leaving us our x. Bring down your equals. 25 divided by negative 5 is negative 5. Go ahead and circle your answer. All right, at this brief moment, let's pause the video. Let's just jot down this one right here if you'd like, and we will work through this one on the left. Okay, again, 3 steps. Move variable with less value. Okay, you do not need to move the one with less value, but something I learned from Mr. P, especially dealing with inequalities. Okay, we don't like to divide by a negative if we don't have to, because when you get to inequalities, you'll have to flip the sign, and a lot of people forget. I typically tend to do so myself. Okay, so we have 15x minus 8 equals 11x minus 32. Well, I know that 11 is less than 15, so I'm going to go ahead and move that first, okay? So instead of that positive 11x, I will subtract 11x, but what we do to one side of the equation, yes, we always do to the other. Okay, so 15x minus 11x is 4x. Bring down your negative 8. There I go with the arrow again. Again, I won't do it every time. Bring down the equals. 11x minus 11x, cancel it out. Bring down your negative 32. Okay, then it's just telling us, move the constant. Wonderful. Well, should I move negative 32? No. Why do I move the negative 8 again? Because it's on the same side of the equation is the variable with the coefficient of 4. Okay, so let's isolate that 4x. To do so, we will add 8 to both sides. Great job. Bring down your 4x. Negative 8 plus 8, get rid of it. Bring down your equals. Negative 32 plus 8 is negative 24. And again, here we go. Do you see how it's pretty much very repetitive, these steps? So even when you build from one step, divide. 2-step, either move a constant or a variable, then divide, or 3 steps. Okay, it just continues to scaffold. That's all it is. So let's divide by 4. You guys are absolutely crushing it right now. Negative 24 divided by 4 is negative 6. Go ahead and circle your answer. All right, 4-step equations. This one, we are going to multiply all by denominator, move the variable, move the constant, then divide. Okay, when we are working with fractions, and to kind of simplify this strictly just for this video, since we don't need to find a least common denominator since they share the same, what we are going to do is in pink. It says multiply all by denominator, okay? So I'm going to put a parenthesis around and a parenthesis around, okay? We will multiply everything by 4. So when we do it to our 10 over 4, we can simply just cross that out because 4 times 10 fourths is 10. Don't forget to bring your x down with it, all right? Then we will do, let's put that there. Actually, let me erase that. Make that a little more clear. All right, so we took care of that. Then we do 4 times, wonderful, 4, which is 16. Bring it down, bring down your equals. Then we will do 4 times, yes, you called it, 3x. So we will do 12x, because 4 times 3 is 12. Do not forget the x. And again, when we multiply this 4 to our negative 5 fourths, we can simply just cross out the 4 because 4 times negative 5 fourths is negative 5. All right, so now we have eliminated and cleared the fractions. Okay, I do have someone ringing my doorbell, so let me go ahead and answer that mid-video. I did let people be made aware that I was filming a video, so I was kind of hoping not to be disturbed. Hello? All right, so I'm opening the door now. All right, back to our equation here. We will move the variable, which is our red step, okay? Again, try to do the one with less value. 10x plus 16 equals 12x minus 5. Well, we know 10 is less than 12. So we will subtract 10x, not just to one side, but to both. Wonderful. Bring down your 16, bring down your equals. 12x minus 10x is 2x. Bring down our negative 5. Then we will just move the constant because we need to isolate that 2x. What's hanging out with 2x? Negative 5. How do we get rid of it? Yes, positive 5. Beautiful. All right. 16 plus 5 is 21 equals 2x. And our last step, we will divide by 2. 2. Sometimes we get a decimal. 21 divided by 2 is 10.5 equals our x. Wonderful. Great job there, guys. Go ahead, pause the video at this time and try to solve this one independently. Moving forward, the 4-step equations. We will combine, move variable, move constant, then divide. Okay, we have already combined. Well, let's take a look what we can combine. Let's take a look at the left side. 13x plus 19 minus 5x. You called it. There are 2 terms that are similar, that are like terms, because they share the same variable x here, 13x and negative 5x. I will circle those 2. All right, this 19, I'm just going to go ahead and write it down. In your calculator, if you do 13 minus 5, you get 8. So do plus 8. Don't forget to bring down your x. There's our equal sign. But then on the right side, we have 6x minus 4 minus 7. Whoa, can we combine 6x with either of these two terms? No. But yes, you are correct. We can combine the negative 4 with the negative 7. Okay, so our 6x we just bring down. Negative 4 minus 7, negative 11. All right, we will move the variable with less value. We will take that 6x and we will subtract 6x, not just to one side, but to both sides. Bring down your 19. 8x minus 6x will give us a plus 2x. Bring down your equals, cancel those out, negative 11. Wonderful job. Next is in blue, we will move the constant. Okay, we need to isolate that 2x. 19 plus 2x equals negative 11. We are going to get rid of the 19. How do we get rid of that positive 19? Yes, subtract 19, and what we do to one side, we do to the other. 19 minus 19, cross that out, bring down our 2x. Bring down your equals. Negative 11 minus 19 is negative 30. And again, we will just simply divide by 2 on each side. X equals negative 15. Circle your answer. All right. Whoa, four-step equations again. What are we doing? Distribute, move variable, move constant, and divide. Okay, so first things first, we will distribute. 3 times 4x is 12x. 3 times negative 7 is negative 21. Bring down our equals. Bring down your 5x. Bring down your plus 28. And move on to step 2 in the sequence, please. Let's move that variable of negative 5x. So minus 5x from both sides. 12x minus 5x will give us 7x. Bring down that negative 21. Bring down your equals. 5x minus 5x, nothing left. Bring down your 28. When it's positive, you don't need to put the plus in front of it when it's a single term by itself on the one side of the equation. If it were a negative, it would matter, okay? So moving forward then, we will move the constant hanging out with our 7x. You called it, plus 21, plus 21. Bring down your 7x. Negative 21 plus 21. Bring down your equals. 28 plus 21 is 49. And yes, we divide by 7. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. X equals 7. Beautiful. Go ahead and pause that video. Feel free to jot this one down and try it. Thank you. Moving forward, 5-step equations, we will distribute, combine, move variable, move constant, divide. But look at backwards. Divide, comfortable. Have already done it multiple times, done it multiple times, done it twice, done it twice. Okay, now we're just combining all 5 steps in the sequence. That's it. All right, so let's first distribute. We have a 5 in front of our parentheses here. So that 5 will get multiplied to 3x. 5 times 3 is 15. Don't forget your x. 5 times a positive 6 is 30. So plus 30. Bring down your equals. Bring down your, 13x. Notice something. We have to combine like terms on the right side of the river. Okay, this 13x, nailed it, can be combined with negative 6x. Okay, so 13x minus 6x is 7x. Bring down your plus 70. Okay, now what we can do is we can move the variable, all right, with less value preferably. So we will move the 7x by subtracting 7x from both sides. 15x minus 7x is 8x. Bring down your plus 30. Bring down your equals. 7x minus 7x, cancel that baby out. And bring down your 70. All right, next step. Move the constant. What's hanging out with 8x? Is it the 70? Heck no, it's the plus 30. Let's go. Subtract 30. Subtract 30. Draw your line. Bring down your 8x. 30 minus 30 equals 70 minus 30 is, yes, it is 40. Go ahead and divide by that coefficient of x, which is 8. So x is equal to 5. Circle your answer, and that does complete your review. In just about 5 seconds, I will scroll to the answers for you. And we will now slowly scroll through so you can check your work. Okay, so for the first two, you might want to pause the video, take a look, see how we did. I will continue to scroll. For the next two, go ahead and check your work, pause it, see how we did. Wonderful. I will continue to scroll through. Scrolling, go ahead and check your fifth one if you wrote it down. Okay, wonderful. And for our sixth, go ahead and check your work there. For our seventh, wonderful. Please check your work on that one. Great job. Thank you. And moving forward, go ahead and check your work. All right. Moving forward, here we are. Feel free to pause again, review what you have done, and we will continue. All right, that completes the video. Everyone, great job. Thank you for your amazing efforts all week. Let's go, let's crush, let's dominate.